You know, we're always constantly working to get better here. That's always been my focus. I think this year stats may say something different, but at the same time, you still see the same person inside this building, and that's all I care about. I'm my own worst critic. Everything outside of this building is just noise, respectively, guys.
How much more equipped are you, maturity-wise, to handle maybe not hitting 6 or 8 or 10 targets in a game maybe than you would have been years ago?
Yeah, I think I'm fortunate I've had the success in the past, and I realize that the ball can't always go to one person. It can't always get in my hands, but at the same time, I got all the trust in 1-5 to make the right decision, and he's been making great decisions. We might not be putting up as much points as we want to, but at the same time, we're 3-0 and we're doing something right.
Travis, what tells you that it's going to improve in that area, not just for you, but for the team in general? What are you seeing?
I see the work throughout the week. I see the attention to detail, how hard guys are flying around trying to get things right, trying to make things perfect. On top of that, the schemes keep getting better and better, and I think that everything just kind of stacks on top of each other. Both all the coaches and the players, everybody together is just they have the goal in mind to keep getting better throughout this year and throughout the season, and that's the mentality you got to have.
You've been part of a lot of different teams. What's your favorite part early on here about this year's cast?
I love the way Rasheed's been playing, man. He's fun to play with, and he's one of my favorite guys in the building. We put more more trust in Noah Gray to go out there and do the things that he can do, and he's just such a well-rounded player. I'm happy to see him get out there and have the success he's been having, and outside of that, I think the emergence of guys stepping up to the plate and making plays for us and helping us win ball games. I think that's the most fun so far this year.
Travis, you've had a lot of attention from defenses throughout your whole career. Does it feel different this year, or more of what you've seen for several years now?
Every single year is different. I think with the pieces that we have, teams are playing us a little bit different than they were last year. And they're playing Patrick different than they were last year. I think you're seeing teams early on play a little bit softer, making us drive an entire way down the field instead of and just taking away those big shots. And I think Pat's doing a great job of getting the ball in everyone's hand.
Just physically, do you feel the same?
I'm ready to rock, baby.
Travis, what the offense went through last year, do you feel like that's kind of helped you guys navigate early on this year?
I think there is that a bit of understanding of we're going to have to keep working, and we're not where we want to be, and knowing that we have the entire year to get there. Obviously we want to be the best we can right now. We want to win every single ball game we can, but at the same time, it's there's a sense of urgency throughout the week to get things right for the opponent that we're playing. And then on top of that, when we're watching the games in review, we're just nonstop trying to critique ourselves to get better. So
we'll do our last four. Go ahead, Nate.
Travis, you haven't gotten a lot of targets in the red zone yet this season, but you guys have been in the red zone a lot. So what would you like to see improved more when you guys do get there, considering teams are forcing you all to get into those situations?
As long as we're scoring touchdowns in the red zone, that's all I care about. I'm trying to get that ball in that end zone, and I think that's the ultimate goal. And, whoever's getting targeted, we just got to come up big.
Blair?
Patrick's about to make his 100th career start, and I don't think you played in his first. I think you
Correct.
were in Denver, right?
Yeah, it was like 5 degrees. I remember that day.
I was going to ask you what else you remember about watching him from the sideline at his first start.
Well, we all were just excited to see him finally go out and cut it loose. He had worked his tail off, and he had been he had been in his playbook and worked, been on scout team, throwing around, and on top of that, and he was just a fun teammate. So everybody was excited to see him go out there and just, cut it loose and have some fun. And because we all saw how much he enjoyed practice and enjoyed playing the game of football. But outside of just, the ability to see the field and be comfortable out there, he had a lot of energy, and I just remember it just felt like he took over the game. And I think that's what really gave the coaches confidence that he could play, at an extremely high level in this league.
Todd? You got an old face back in the building last week when Kareem Hunt came back. He's going to be up this week. You guys had this special relationship, both Cleveland guys and all that.
Yeah.
A couple things. First, back in 2018, how disappointed were you for him and all that whole situation? And did you ever think he'd be back here? And how's he kind of jumped back in with some of the guys he knows?
My brother from another, man. He's a good old Northeast Ohio ball player right there, man. He plays the game right. And he really is a good friend of mine. He's a great guy. Outside of everything that happened, you know, I've always kind of had in the back of my mind, I really hope he gets another chance, not only here, but another chance in the league to start. And sure enough, he got that chance. And just happy to have the guy back in the building. It's been nothing but smiles and laughs since he's been back, and excited to see him go out there on Sunday.
How's he look like on the practice field?
Flying around, man. He looks like Kareem Hunt. It's exciting.
Matt, what's up?
And in your room, you've got a new face and an old face. What are your first impressions of one, Peyton, and then two, what's it like having Jody back?
Jody, yeah, another energy guy, man. Jody F. We miss Jody since he left, but at the same time, he comes right in, still working as hard as he's ever worked, still trying to prove himself, and still, you know, just getting better, constantly getting better. And I think Jody's a great guy to have in the building, and on top of that, Hendy's a great dude, man. He's been working his tail off trying to get ingrained into this offense and understand just the little nuances here and there. And you know, I think we're all trying to critique ourselves to keep getting better and to keep, you know, progressing in the tight end room. And you know, we got a lot of athletes and a lot of guys that can play some ball in there.
Okay, thanks, Travis.
Arrowhead Stadium fell silent as Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' unbreakable tight end, collapsed emotionally after a 30-27 Week 9 loss to the Bills. He burst into tears entering the locker room, consoled by teammate Chris Jones on the field. The trigger? A vicious second-half injury. Sandwiched between two Bills defenders, his leg twisted brutally. Kelce fought back in, grimacing, but the damage was done. His explosiveness faded, red zone targets vanished, and Kansas City's perfect season crumbled. Just days earlier, Kelce had shrugged off slow stats in a Raw press conference. "I'm my own worst critic," he said, voice thick. "Everything outside this building is noise." He praised Rashee Rice's spark, Noah Gray's rise, Kareem Hunt's return, my brother from another, and trusted Patrick Mahomes completely. The ball can't always come to me. At 3-0 then, he saw progress, relentless work, evolving schemes, a team stacking wins. But Sunday night exposed the cost. Defenses now play softer, forcing long drives, neutralizing Kelce's big play threat. He gutted it out injured, yet the Chiefs couldn't convert. In the VIP suite, fiancée Taylor Swift watched in horror as the hit landed. Post-game, she entered the somber locker room, rare for an outsider, and found Kelce shattered, towel over face, sobbing. She held him close, a quiet anchor amid the storm. "I'm ready to rock, baby," he'd boasted pre-injury. Now, with scans pending and emotions raw, one question burns. How will this fuel him? A warrior wounded, a legend tested, a comeback loading. The NFL holds its breath.